Paul, or people like Joseph, you have the same thing. Many people can quote that. But in actuality, God will give you certain measure of grace or favor when he knows that when he gives you that favor, you are not going to blow it. There is certain favor that men will never receive or get unless every one of us begin to have some things that we have to say tonight. So you can quote it, I'm highly favored, but you will never be able to do some of the things that people like Paul, who believe that he has received grace, and so he became the most well-known man to write the Bible than any other person ever lived. 2/3 of the Bible was written by him because he said that the grace of God, that favor God gave me, I labor with the grace, and here am I am doing whatever I'm doing. So what I'm trying to say is the grace that was upon the man Paul is different from the grace that some of us are claiming, even though it's the same grace. But there are levels of grace. Let's talk about Joseph. Joseph had ability to interpret dreams. The reason why God blessed Joseph the way he blessed him, because he knew that Joseph would be able to distribute the wealth. God will not give you the wealth when he knows that you're not going to distribute it. You don't serve a God. Say, I will bless you and you'll be a blessing. The main reason why God said, I'm going to bless you, Abraham, that you become a blessing. So if you cannot distribute the wealth, he is not going to give you the wealth, because he knows that if he gives you the wealth, you're not going to distribute it. So there are levels of favor that many people have, and many people are going through things that they want God to change it, but in actuality, there's something about them that God cannot stand. So please, follow me. The God of glory appeared to Abraham, but the God of glory does not appear to all men. That is one thing I want you to establish tonight. The God of patience will also appear. Many of us, God has to have patience on us to be able to be where we are. If God didn't have patience, guess what? I would have been gone. Like I said, I won't be a preacher. I won't be here today. I would have been dead and gone longest time if God did not have patience and still shielded and protected and defended me. I won't be here. So the God of patience, and we also talk about the God of hope. Look at it. Look at it. Genesis 31 verse 3. Somebody help me to read that. Genesis 31 verse 3. Let's see the God of hope in action here. He said, and the Lord said unto Jacob, return unto the land of thy fathers. What these people have imagined to do, guess what? Nothing will stop them. So he came down to stop them. He put confusion amongst them. They couldn't build because God intervened. God made sure they didn't do that. Oh, was God scared? Maybe God was scared that the people were building and they were going to get to heaven. That's why God stopped them. No. The heart of the people, the motives of the people, that is what we are talking about. But when he redeems you, look at it. Isaiah 52 verse 9. Please, everybody. Isaiah 52 verse 9. He said that, break forth into joy, sing together as ye waste places of Jerusalem. Ye waste places of Jerusalem, for the Lord had comforted his people. Also, he showed love to Jacob. See, you know what God said in Malachi 1? Look at it, everybody. Malachi 1 verse 1. Look at God of love. He said, Malachi 1. Okay, is it Malachi 1? I said, yeah, Malachi 1 verse 1. He said that the burden of the whole Israel is Malachi. Then verse 2 said, I have what? I have loved you, says the Lord. Where does he say? Wherein has he loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, says the Lord? Continue verse 3. And I hated Esau. Thank you very much. Now, these are two children that came from the same womb. But God looked at one of them and said, I love this guy and I hate this one. They were twins. They were not born 1 year after. Born in seconds. But God looked at one of them, I love this one. This one I hate. From the same judges of us all. You know, in Egypt, look at Egypt. God showed up and he delivered the children of Israel, correct? But he now judged the Egyptians. So one area he showed himself as a God of what? Mercy. Can I hear mercy? And another place he showed himself as a God of what? Judgment. So here we see God look at it, Exodus 12, verse 12. Exodus 12, verse 12. He said, tonight I'll pass through the land of Egypt this night.